say a twin sano that's so yet a choir fast watch and so and as a fade and say no about bedane I how and I say that you be that a mema so a fano sikasema a woman be brain no when I is bride price still a sign of respect or has it become a financial burden? This is what we are talking about tonight on the show on Filtered. You can join us live on Facebook as well. We're live on Facebook, Love 99.5 FM, Love 99.5 FM. I think so. We're live on YouTube at Love 99.5 FM. And until joining us here, the here say, "Obey Sanyo mami and Sawi mami." Udru page ne so amese say obe like video na mame na wa comment video na afin so wa share yenyan call live ye be enche cry be live e wo Facebook na ye live am mo hu say ya back live na afin yetimi ato ankomo so Mr. Tabernacle
minia
na apomu to say
Yehowa ti ase boni bia nsie boni bia nso nsi ho ye
den nyame ase pa na enema ko say
nyame ti ase yeguso kakra obese progressive kakra one step at a time, one break a day.
Inshiran Kenya Kopon pa. All right, Bonaventure. Bonaventure, your microphone is not working. All right, I think it's on now. How are you doing, Bona?
I'm doing well.
Okay, it's been a while.
Yes.
Hope all is well.
Not that well, but
one full week without seeing you, without hearing from you, it's sad, right?
Oh.
It's very sad. I mean, I don't know, but I am a reho. My Phil.
I miss you.
On Femi. Where she was on Femi.
Plenty.
Yeah, liar.
Much.
You're a big liar.
I'm a true.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too.
Lami, how are you doing?
I'm fine. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. But I didn't have Kosu.
Shane Kosu.
Then at two.
Shane too.
Yeah, sure. As I'm in Tel Casampo,
Shane
Pajama Nika Krabina Mihari. Jose.
Shane too.
Casamba, then it's Bibiatu,
Shane too.
And now Casambe.
Okay,
Mate Aquaba.
Yeah, ja.
And then Yamia Sepa. All right. Bona, what language do you speak?
My dialect.
Your dialect, yeah. What's your local dialect?
Dialect is called Adele.
Adele.
Yes.
Which people speak Adele?
You want me to go under that?
Yes.
Okay, so the newly created region, OT region.
OT region, oh
yes,
wow.
We are
Monamoka Adele. Okay.
Not all of us.
Okay,
We
so
speak different.
how do we say talking Adele?
Taboo.
Taboo. And how do we say smile? You don't know. And how do we say laugh? Mama.
Not mama.
But mama, and this is not what you said.
Mama.
Lift the microphone a bit up for me.
So it's like mama.
Mama. Okay. Yes. Okay. That's nice. So which one would you form a sentence with it for me? O mama wa. All right, that's just by the way. I mean, so we're going to get into the conversation right about now, and we're live on Facebook right now, Love 99.5 FM, and also live on YouTube, Love 99.5 FM. Please join us right now on the feed. But we're talking about this. Is bride price still a sign of respect, or has it become a financial burden as it stands now? I'm going to begin my conversation today with Mr. Tabernacle.
Yo, brother.
What is that thing that you've heard about bride price growing up? I know you're not married, but then you've been on this earth for a while, and you've heard about it, probably MC events, and maybe you've even done traditional weddings where you sit in there and listen to whatever happens there. So bride price, what is it all about?
Right. Thank you very much. A big shout out to all the.
Or what have you heard about bride price in general?
So bride and price. Bride, it's a woman who is about to be a wife, and the price is a tag that is on that particular woman.
Okay.
So the tag, it's not really about you selling out or exchanging for something, but it's a token of respect, and that you want the family to know that yes, you are taking the lady to a particular place. That you would want to continue the good things that the parents did. Do you understand? So it's a practice where, so bride price is mostly a practice where the groom's family or the groom goes in and give something in the form of money, livestock, whatever they deem, because it depends on a particular family what they want as a bride price. Some families too, generally they want money. Some they want money inclusive of other things that they deem important. So it's basically, I wrote something here, it's a cultural practice in which a groom or his family gives money, goods, or other valuable items to the bride's family as a form of appreciation and acknowledgement of the marriage. So bride price, mostly, it's predominant in Africa, Asia, and the Middle East regions. So that's something brief about bride price, yeah.
All right. Bona, I know you've probably also heard something about it. Please get a bit close to the microphone so we can hear you properly, okay? All right, but what so far have you heard, looking at the number of times, the number of years you've been on this world or been on this earth, what is that thing, or what are some of the things you've heard about bride price? Because you are a lady, and obviously it is you that we're going to give the price to. So what have you heard about bride price in general?
Okay, so in general, I think bride price is a gift that the groom pays to the family of the bride to show his commitment, his love, and
so before you continue,
gratitude.
we are going live tonight on YouTube. Just on YouTube for now. So please join us on YouTube. It's at Love 99.5 FM on YouTube. So just go to your YouTube app right now. Please join us live on YouTube. Love FM 99.5 on YouTube. Love FM 99.5 on YouTube. And please like the video, share it as well for me, and then add your comments as well. I'll be able to see the live chat. So add your comments to the live chat on YouTube. And of course, let's continue with the conversation. All right, Bona, let's hear you.
So as I was saying, bride price is a gift that the groom pays to the family of the bride to show his commitment, his love, appreciation, and gratitude for the well-being of the bride, how far the bride has come in the hands of the parents or the family.
Okay, Lami, what so far have you heard about bride price? Sorry, come again.
It's either in a monetary form, livestock, jewelry, that is given to a bride's family by the groom or the groom's family to show commitment and also respect to their bride's family.
Okay, all right. And so this is to say that what I initially said was actually what it is. And I know for once I've heard that bride price are given to virgins. That is what I heard growing up. I don't know if any of us have heard it before, that bride price were given to people that have kept themselves well.
They have not tasted
but
it before.
I think now it has just become a norm where everyone is given a bride price. Every woman is given a bride price because you're coming into a house to marry their child, and so you're supposed to pay something in order to be able to get the child. But let's get into the conversation. I know we've heard stories. We've heard the kind of things that people demand. Just as Tabernacle explained, that there are things that they could ask, livestock and all of that. And I know there are some tribes that ask for that as bride price. Bring a cow, bring this, bring money, bring that. Is it still a sign of respect looking at now? Because I feel like we are really, 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 in a way, people think that this is being overdone. Because the kind of things you ask or the kind of money you would ask, the amount of money you ask, it makes it look like you are giving out your daughter on sale. So has it become a financial burden, or is it still something that looks like a sign of respect? Bona?
All right, so talking about this, currently, I think it still holds, but per our perspective and how we perceive the payment of bride price, I think that is what is changing the whole concept of bride price now. Now, in the olden days, I was not there, but I read that gone in those days, they used to take maybe for a lady 2 this stuff that a lady will need in the house, that is to keep her home when she's finally in the man's house. But as it stands now, when you go to some families to pay the bride price of the bride, what they do is give you a list of foreign items, let me say modern items. Some people go to the extent of saying buy, let me say, four cows, 15 cows for the child. This should tell you that the parents have invested a lot into that. Talking about giving bride price to virgins gone in those days, you realize that they are trying to appreciate her for keeping herself, being pure, staying chaste till that time. They are showing appreciation, and it still holds as it stands now. Because I wouldn't send my child to school, train her from basic, junior high, senior high, tertiary. Some people go to the extent of sponsoring their children's education for masters. And furthermore, do you expect me to come and take 5,000 as a bride price? Of course not. I have invested a lot into her for you to show me that indeed you are actually grateful for my efforts. This should tell you that you should also input a lot. So now, as it stands now, bride price has not become something like monetary, but what we fail to understand is that it is just a way of appreciating the efforts that.
But has it not been turned into a business transaction? Because
it's not a business.
I feel like it was supposed to be something tradition, something about the tradition. But I feel like now it's becoming more like a business transaction. So once you have a daughter and someone says, "Oh, I want to marry your daughter," then you know that is the time for you to also get rich.
You know that as at that time that this child.
And I
is
feel
with
like
me.
the bigger part of the reasons why a woman will say, "I want a rich man, I want someone with money," is because it would only take you home and be able to milk from you a very good bride price. I don't know.
For real, is that what you think? That's not the case.
So what is the case?
All right. So talking about this, all I want to say is it's just a way of showing appreciation. It's a way of showing gratitude to the family, the bride's family, that indeed you have done a good job bringing this lady up for me to meet her. You could have decided that you wouldn't give her to me to marry. Are you getting it? You could have even decided that she will not get married. Are you getting it? The moment she brings this person to the house that I'm getting married to the person, you accepted it. Though I was not there when you were raising her, the hospital bills you paid, her childhood appearance, what she looks like, her education, her feeding, everything. But now you are coming to take the responsibility. You are taking her out from the family to form a family with you, to have something to do with you. This person is going to help you in one way or the other. It's not like we are selling her out to you, but to show your appreciation, your gratitude and commitment that if this lady comes into your hand, you are going to handle her with care. It's not like a business transaction, no.
Okay.
But that's what we are perceiving it to be, and that's the notion we are having.
So it's not true.
In this, it's not true in this Gen Z.
That's
It still stands as a tradition.
I come to your house that I want to marry you, and then your father tells me that the bride price I'm supposed to pay is, let's say 50,000, let's say 1 million Ghana cedis. Is it not, or let's say 100,000 Ghana cedis? Is it not a business transaction? Are you a commodity? Because I feel like if it is a sign of respect, then it should just be a token of just appreciating what they've done. Is it that I have to pay for all the things that their responsibility? Am I supposed to pay for their responsibility of taking care of you?
Now, what we are failing to understand, that gone in those days, you can use 7 cities to marry. Gone in those days. This particular things that we are getting at the total amount of 7 cities gone in those days. Today, when you are going to buy those things, it's going to cost you like 7,000 plus. Are you getting it? So it still stands as a tradition, but just that the cost of living is what has become high.
So am I supposed to pay for your parents' cost of living?
That is not it.
Maybe pay or buy no maybe pay say maybe share
That is not it.
or
You are
papa way
just
of
showing.
life.
it's a gift. A bride price is a gift.
Exactly.
It's a gift.
So-
So you are just showing your appreciation. It's just showing your gratitude, your commitment. Commitment is just like a sacrifice. You are just gifting the person. It's not, let me not say it's not compulsory, but it's a traditional demand that you should do. And it's never and ever a business transaction. Even if it's a business transaction, the lady deserves it. She could have decided to marry another person. She deserves it.
But marrying another person will still come with the same bride price.
Should have
What we
decided
are
to
trying to
be
talk
alone.
about, well, that's also there. But then it doesn't. My problem is, doesn't really has to be that you want to take that huge sum of money since it's a sign of respect. What is it those times that they would use drinks, schnapps, and just add some envelope of money and then that's it. But now there's a list for you. There's the part that you have to buy kente for daddy, like your girlfriend's daddy or your wife to be's daddy. There's a part that you buy kente and shoe and bag for your wife to be's mother and some other things. Because there was the brother akontase kan wo ho and wo ho. But then just because your friend is now they are taking huge sums of money. And my problem is it supposed to be a business transaction or is it supposed to be just a sign of respect? Because if you tell me to bring you 100,000, that means you're going to put a financial burden on me. Just as you said, things are hard, times are hard, and I'm going to be marrying your daughter. We're going to live together. So have you think about how we're going to survive after taking 100,000 as bride price? Just as you said, oh, they've spent on us. They've taken us to the good schools. So am I paying for the responsibility? But I'm going to come back to you. Let me go to Lami.
So when you talked earlier, you said that you are paying that to show appreciation and also to thank the family for taking care of the lady. So now you are saying that are you the one to pay for the fees the parents paid and
Exactly. Am I the one?
Yes. So this is the case. Initially, women were not taken to school. They were home. They were reared or nurtured as housekeepers, like wives. So they train you to go into marriage. You could agree with me that the investment there is not the same as today, where you take your child to school from nursery to, let's say, tertiary, maybe undergrad or doctoral level. Then a man comes to the family that, I want to marry your daughter. Then that man tells you that the bride price I could afford is 500 Ghana cedis.
Is it disrespectful?
So you look at where you are going to. You look at the woman you are going for. Do they deserve the 500 Ghana cedis? Is it the 500 cedis they've not seen before?
They have seen it before.
Even
Even if I'm paying 10,000, they might have seen it before.
And
Because if I'm marrying into a rich home, and they are even asking me to pay 100,000, they have seen it before.
Yes.
They have paid even more than that on the
Yes.
daughter.
And if you are saying that it is a sign to show respect, it means if you are showing the sign of respect, you need to do better.
So you have to break your bank.
You need to do better.
You have to break your bank.
You need to do better.
The question is, do I have to break my bank?
You
better,
need to do
does
better.
do better means breaking my bank?
No, you need to do better doesn't mean you should go and break the bank.
So what is better then?
Better means doing better or doing as they are saying. If you can't afford, no one would come and no one will put you to jail if you can't afford.
So I should leave the daughter and just go my way.
Because you can't afford. You see,
so am I buying her?
You are not buying her. I will come to that. So, you see, when you pay for those things, you are not, even if they should pay, you should pay 1 million Ghana cedis. It can't buy that human.
Exactly.
and you are paying the bride price because it seems the family has lost a daughter who is going to add a value to another family. So it is a sign of compensation to the bride's family.
So if a man cannot afford a high bride price, do you mean that that should just stop him from marrying the woman that he loves?
This life, just go for what you can afford, whether bride price, whether shoes, whether clothes, anything. Just go for the one you can afford.
No, well,
because
my whole problem tonight is at the intinayama tinsa abe to say and no na ye be tria up yentimi ntria ehunka.
You can't objectify a woman as a commodity, no.
Exactly.
So that's why I'm saying
if you do that, then we are paying for everything your father that has a responsibility of taking care of you, know. Yeah, but that is what you want to tell me.
You can't pay for that.
So because if you say that, if you are saying that, oh, and I will try my fees, and on the Marco University, they say first now go school, they say you go school, they say yes you are baba people in society. And you mean case obe ware me na me papa say obeji say I say them the 500 cities amenya.
Nat, I'm glad that you're a man and going to take a bride price. And oh dear, sorry, a man among Koskuma from Banichami. Oh dear, you have Ushe Obia or Tibaby and Fanan Kosku. Ebi Krana Bemane Warina Bemane Neko Diniko Jimeno or Bemane Besheno. Sir Obano, let's say with little value when it comes to monetary wise, or me. To me add huge value to the man's evian sikasemu to me is kambwa bemano and owarina he has to now of the besiegema or be container biaman or something like that. Now oba that one is a scenario, a woman. Now oba no mame no me papa edina ko school omako tia ni school fees and somebody na ko sie juma wa pon ho or your madam or something like that. You the man knows that there's value when it comes to the two. They are not the same. So when Obama or when the juma that no become Obama the burden of finances no, it wouldn't be the same as Obama when na obesheno from ni bibiamu. So in that case, you the man knows the woman you are going to marry, and you know that this woman or becoming her value no the baby coming her no. So me who say I was saying who say my wo for ayadie or na wo for ayadie. So o metimi ama value say abeka oba no or dey beka no be ma no ho. Ama ya dey kan ye ho compliment ye ho. So the woman who has been shown about formally informally and those stuff no, the value isn't us.
No, but I get where you're coming from. I really get it. We are making it look like if we're not being able to pay that high bride price, it means we don't value women. I get it. There are instances now. Let me explain something. There are instances that even at my cousin's wedding, we're supposed to take Akunta Sekai.
Yeah.
And I think they gave us like some amount of money. And even when you want to go and pick the girl and bring her into the room, or say a Jessica and they gave us like 50 cedis and we're like, Iswa. But then the Empenny 4 in the room was like, oh, this is just a sign, just a token. So my problem tonight, and I'm sure most of the people understand where we're coming from, is all those things the marriage, or the marriage is us.
Okay, so you take a bride price, the father of the woman or the family of the bride says that we are taking this amount of money for you to show a commitment, for you to show that you can take care of her, for you to show a sign of respect.
My job has not done enough job. The job I do, the things that I've been able to do for, let's say, the lady while we're together, or the things we've been able to even do together, and my let's say my personality should tell you that I would be able to take care of your daughter.
That is not enough.
I'm not saying that
that is not enough.
I'm not saying that it has to be free. Like, I'm not saying bride price doesn't have to exist. That we are throwing culture away. But my problem is, must it be that the family demands too much and it becomes a burden for us?
Do you know that the too much or too low is relative? Too much, too low is relative. Somebody may be paying 10,000. You shout, hey! But even that person paying the 10,000, someone will be asked to pay 1,000 cedis. The person will find it difficult to pay that 1,000 cedis. Someone will even be asked to pay 500. Oh, yeah. So that too high, too low is relative.
And so what happens to make it a token? Do you know what a token is? A token is just, it's not like you're pricing me. It's not like.
So even with the token,
because you mentioned that if they cannot afford, they should just go and marry another person or stop marrying the lady. Why would you say that? What does it mean?
Even with the token, you said, someone will be willing to pay 5,000. Someone will be willing to pay 10,000.
So why don't we leave it open rather than demanding?
So we don't leave it open.
Because imagine that the topic says, is it a sign of respect? So imagine that you are left alone. And I said they even come themselves to say, I found a flower here and this is the bride price. How about we leave it open and then we see for ourselves? Because it is not like and I get it when you say that women are not commodity and all of that. But that's when we decide to do that, then that is what it means.
Have you felt this feeling before? Like someone gives you something like missing.
There's that.
Have you felt something
There's
like that? So let's say that your daughter just graduated, she just finished her national service and she got employed, she's working, and then she brought a man home, and then mostly you open, so the man should bring something like a bride price, and the man brings 100 Ghana cedis to the family.
I'll tell you this for a fact. It is only people that are not successful, people that come from a very poor background, that demands that much of a money. I tell you this for a fact. Rich people will never put a price on a bride price.
Can you give an example?
I've been at weddings that I might not see the money in there, but then it might not be like you are being demanded to bring 100,000, 1 million as bride price.
Whatever they've discussed.
Why do you say it's not true?
It's never true. Because meaning obia on the man or the woman go school. When we talk about money, we need problem on. But the way he feels about
please talk into the microphone for me. Why?
But the way he feels about the man or show when you come, he tells you exactly what he wants from you before getting married.
It gives you a certain point. It gives you an amount of money.
To a certain point. The children have to go and get pregnant outside.
And you think that's a good thing to do?
No, I'm not saying it's a good thing. You are saying, say,
I'll tell you for a fact that out of 10 people, no, he's saying,
do you know somebody? Yes, I said I know somebody. It means they are there. No.
But you wouldn't get it in the majority.
I know poor people who
even speaking to the microphone. Mike.
Without taking any money.
10 people, 1 out of 10
people. No. Unless
it's a no.
Say yes, you have this. But this person, I know me say, or more most kind of so they demand. I know a poor man.
A lot of them demand.
A man, he gives.
Amos, let me ask you. Calm down. I'm going to ask you something, and I want you to answer me honestly. Two things. First thing is, you go to a house, you're being demanded to bring this, and another house, they've left it open for you, and you know the house that you've entered, and just as you said, maybe I can do better. Good. You're leaving it open. You're requesting for Ibra. Then as Obama.
Yes, will be a question. The first question I should ask myself, say, then I'm say few women.
No,
calm down. Then I'm free. Then I'm a my penance to say, or Bana immediate no. Meaning be wura. That's the question you, the man, have to ask yourself. Why is it say Obibetiska? Bear 10,000 cities. Once my Makoto TV, Samsung, a braille 7,000. A friend saying, high sense. Oh, how bet me at all. And you are getting and a mauko. And when you go there, and you don't know what when you go there, Nipana Okakowarano, and you don't know what they bring out a list. Within the list, negotiation room.
But you've not answered my question.
I'll come to your point. Negotiation room. Nipano. Wanunti or baninti no urefio. It's when you refio, and I'll be in your home. Say you open. And I see your catcher said this what.
But I've given you two scenarios. Which one do you think will make you feel comfortable as a man? You're a man, let's be honest.
My man can't cringe. Or Bana menene koninti. Yamako to be a misum. You never know what you will be asked. And it's possible too. It has never been possible. Say, your catch yourself and you open the door.
No crowd.
And you generation also soon your bed.
Yeah, your banner chawana. Then the word banner where
different.
No, yes, so
different.
No, if when
you get there,
I'm gonna come to you. Let me read a comment. Let me read a comment on YouTube. I think there's a lots of comments that I've seen. I have to read all of them. And it says that I think it's coming from Jacqueline Amakosa. It says, so how much at all will the lady's family take? That will pay off everything over the value of the woman or make the family rich. You think the bride price is enough money over the value of a wife? All right, let me continue with the comments. I'll come back to that. If truly it is a sign of respect, then why do you think a pittance is equated to this respect, really? This one says the same bride price most men use to tell women as if they own them. That pittance. I feel we just don't see women as valuable for us to fuss about this. And he continues to say, Nat and the other men are the ones who fight at their as brother-in-laws over Kuntajisegai that they won't accept because it is small, yet over a woman it's a burden for them. It's high time this negative notion about bride price is cleared and it's not a business transaction. It is a must, and the ladies deserve better than that. Nat, you're speaking about how you would take care of the woman. Have you also noted the contribution of the woman into your life too? You're blinded on that side. Talking is relative. It's so sad that when it comes to the issues about women, society wants to decide whatever they want, but when it comes to men, they want to place a standard. All right. So I think I'm going to answer this. Nat, you're speaking about how you take care of the woman. Have you also noted the contribution of the woman? We're really not talking about the women's contribution in our life today. I don't see any value be with a woman. Women are very valuable, and I love women, and I love that they take good care of us. The last time we were here, and I told you how I love to be pampered by women. I make it clear that I love it when I'm being pampered. And I know that women bring a very, 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 very lovely bits in us. And so it is not about disvaluing women, but it's about I feel like maybe I'll say this at the end of the show. Mr. Tabernacle, let me hear from you.
All right. So it's a beautiful conversation we are having here. So I would want to react to a comment on YouTube that it's a pittance. You see, I think the comment is coming from an angle where
personal.
Yeah, it's very personal because you see, we are not trying to make things personal. We are trying to understand what it is. You see, bride pricing, it's very relative from culture to culture, and it is a custom and tradition of particular cultures. In my earlier definitions, I said that bride price is predominant amongst Africans and also those in the Asian world.
Don't forget we're live on Facebook now. I forgot to tell you. So if you just want to join us on Facebook, that'll be better. If you don't want to be on YouTube, that's fine. But we're both on YouTube and on Facebook. So wherever you want to join us, you can join us there and add your comments. We're going to read it, of course. We'll discuss it still on the show.
All right, sure. Thank you very much. So now, bride pricing, it's not a business transaction, nor a payment, nor you trying to uproot something from the family, but rather it's a sign. You see, whenever it's a sign, it means that the person that you want to go and take the particular lady from has a rule. And now you see, with the matter of being expensive or not being expensive, or being a financial burden or not, it differs from persons to persons. However, there is always an underlying truth. You see, we are in a changing world. Our world is changing, and then as it changes, some practices will change. However, still, our customs and traditions still remains paramount. It will not change. But we are saying, and until better, but Yamam many money the answer, but acquire your first year Yamamani money and a better. So now, bride price, it is not a financial burden. Being straightforward and spot on. It's not a financial burden.
Okay.
Yet, you see, this whole conversation is about value placing. The value you place on somebody will determine how you treat that particular person.
Exactly.
Now, gold and diamond, they are all precious minerals.
Yeah.
But diamond is more expensive than gold.
Yeah.
So now, if you want to go and buy gold, there's a particular amount of money you would want to take to buy gold. But if you want to go into a house where they value their daughter as diamond, there's also a particular amount of money you will have to pay for that particular person. So now, why am I saying this? See, nothing is free in this world. Everything has a price to pay. You cannot equate the amount that has been quoted for you to pay for that particular lady to the number of or to the amount that was spent on that particular lady from the childhood to where they are now.
Can never be done.
It can never be done. However, it's a representation of respect that, if not for anything, please take this amount of money. Yes, take this amount of money in action of the fact that I want to go and continue
the good work you
yes. My brother made an example here. Let me take the example and enlighten it very well. He made a likeness to TV. Somebody will buy a 10,000 worth of TV. Somebody will buy 5,000. You see, the author 10,000. He has bought the company to the room and also protecting the company. So when somebody comes into the room, he places so much value on that particular thing that he see so or share or the energy be nation. What did I mention? So in this very conversation, bride pricing is not a way of trying to buy off a lady or buy off a woman because you feel like only worth. No, it is for you to say that no, at this point in time, I want to give this token or per what has been quoted. May they say amount. Send your beya. The family also see that yes, I also place value. What is the mention? So now, with the monetary aspect, your location will determine how much you pay, because some fathers they have everything, but they want to see that will you go an extent, because now you are taking the daughter into a different home where you are going to start a new life. He wants to see if you have that financial strength. Do you understand? So that he can give off the child in peace, but still in his turn into the conversation where I think some ladies are taking this very personal on the social media as you're in the comments, because they feel like
this is what is on the ground. Honestly, there are most men that feel like the things that I've been saying, and mostly I tell you guys that the things that I say, it might feel like, oh, it's coming from me, but then it's coming from people I've talked to, things I've seen, experiences I've had.
The public opinion.
Because I am supposed to be here and then ask the questions that people are asking that they cannot get answers to, and that is why we are here.
So only maybe if your monthly salary is like 5,000 Ghana cedis, it is not the entirety of your work or your value as a human being. It is to show appreciation for your time, your presence and things that you do.
Because if you look at the things you do for a company, the things you do for a company that you work for, you break your back for them, but then yet you are giving
a particular
that same money that you feel like, and yet it is more than your value.
Good.
But then it doesn't mean that that is how they value you.
So the bride price is same in this very instance, where you see, giving an open house where your mom will say, okay, Fadio Pebra, anywhere you are told that this is what they are going for. I think this is what you are going for is the right way to go.
Okay.
Because
why do you say that?
I say that because now it's a family discussion. They are not selling their daughter out, but they want to give a particular rate where it would be of the fact that yes, of course, our daughter is not worth that very price because human beings are priceless. But then it is for you to know that this particular amount is something that we have agreed on, so that when you pay or you give off to the family, we can see that yes, you are willing to, because marriage is a hurdle you have to cross. It is something should be an impediment, a beautiful impediment. In this case, the bride price is a beautiful impediment for you to cross, so that the family will know that yes, we place a particular standard B, which is not the entire of the.
But do you think, or don't you think, that there should be a fixed, or let's say, a reasonable limit for bride price?
No, because the bride price should be relative to family, home to home, religion to religion, and tradition to tradition. Do you understand? Some people, you see, I think last 2 years, I went to do a chairman for a particular man. You see, the man is a Christian marrying a Muslim, and then he was asked to buy 4 cows, and he was asked to bring 1 billion.
100,000
Ghana cedis. Good. And then other stuff, other livestock, exclusive of the drinks, the schnapps, and
all the
things.
other
Good.
Prices you pay as well.
The man fulfilled all those things. On the day of the reception, the chiefs still came in that still yabano said in amount yan to mean tone or in but you've brought livestock, you've brought this amount of money that we have requested for. Still bring something today as we are on the reception grounds to show that you are serious for our daughter or about our daughter. The man paid. You see,
and all this women think we don't value them.
Good. So now the man did that because he felt that the woman is so precious of something that he needs to go the extra mile to give the money for. Because you see, like diamond, any good I'm the example. You see, bro, obiani de of value, obiani de obiani de ope. You see, somebody can buy an iPhone for over 6,000 a year. The preference and value he places on that particular phone. So you see, if now iPhone 17 comes in and then it is over 90,000, somebody will still want to go and buy the iPhone because he feels that it is so much of a thing that it is beautiful, and then he has placed so much value on that particular thing. Likewise, the woman. Inti obana o person on no kwatinam. Untumi ntono, because onyakoa, the woman is not a slave, but the woman is born into a family, and the family the lady was raised, was nurtured, was cultured, and was schooled.
So you're supposed to break our bank.
Not breaking your bank, but you are supposed to show a token of appreciation.
So does it mean that worry baby alcohol?
Definitely.
So and
yes,
because what happened to love? Or love is not enough now again.
When it comes to bride pricing, traditions are traditions.
And your
rules are rules. Regulations are regulations. As you said there, or boss, and I said there's a rule that governs the whole thing. Like I said, many boss are fine. No boom run. So rules are rules. It is done. It is done.
I said genotype.
Inti the bride price in there. We don't take love matter go bride price. However, no. So love goes beyond bride pricing. It is not love that is used to pay bride pricing. It also uchia bibi. Na ebusano who say ampa. Yetina ase who say abena akosua mansa no sika say igedi aso ne tisi no.
And so would it be bad if then after marriage a man then, most men do this, a man then be like mema tizika ware wono say na way, and that is where women will come in and have a problem. They don't value us. Because I feel like adiane bro swa ema nipa kona dwene mo no odwene say wato nipa
onya heartbreak onya heartbreak on itrim
so man feels like omato omo 500 cedis, right? You see, without mentality, matisika abeware.
So what is campus?
Can that sika buy a human being? Can that sika not tell that money?
So my problem the whole night is I feel like how about, I mean, we just all get to understand that it is not about we're in value way, but it's about two families coming together, just showing ourselves respect with the part of where you're talking keke, and then rather what's the right word to use? Rather making the relationship between the man and the woman more important than the things that we say we are going to take this, we are going to take that. Although you're BB there, but should it be like I was saying a day at this way be better be so ana?
Not. Let me ask you this question. What ko fie bi mu wedi obabi akọ fie bi mu no maka say oh oba we dey timi de nko one fashion amaka ebe penama wo de nako ubetimi de nako
na dey this ikakọ ekra no
ubetimi de nako.
I mean I feel bad
because because I'm not free. You understand?
Not necessarily the free. What comes? Why are they giving out for free?
There's on your papa.
You get the thing.
But Nath, I have a problem here.
I get it though. As I'm saying, the guy say ain't free.
Nathaniel.
But let me go to the phone lines.
Let's make this submission last one. I have a problem. You see, my ladies are women. We are not bantering ourselves here. You see, the problem I have with our ladies in general, in regards to bride price, they feel that once there's a price tag on them, they feel say and the money or bar. But and yes, I need here. And until a man na mutie Miss Ramu, and my mom ma assembling quite say, I say, Memani Mumaka say, Yabeton, Debbie. Let's not banter ourselves, but we are trying to say that a Butona Ufrimoban, Opapano Mammy, and a Busa for Tenasin, almost as I see Kawi, and infant to Utiso, and yes, be a none obo, name ye de say,
which is Nathaniel Mensa
Abano. Now, one able to me
for 500,000,
because 500 cities now all can. Say, if I say 500 Ghana cities. A huge amount of money for them.
Yes.
Obi 50,000.
Relative.
You get it.
Obi 50,000. Obi monthly salary.
Because look at Bona sitting here and a phone crano. Maybe I'm papa and Tomano. Phone boarding.
What I say?
Because my code 500
what I say?
I get where you're coming from. But I feel like, how do we all calm down? Like, how do we all as a family? That should be our priority.
But we are Manswa Arema.
But Menka say ain't free.
It's because of the mindset of the men.
Oh, but like I think Amos mentioned something like sometimes there is negotiation.
Yeah. Mommy, me say
exactly.
Papa, me say. Let's get to the phone lines and see what our listeners have got to say about this. 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597, and also 03-220-83598. Please pick your phones right now and give me a call. Not mention say one cat. Mefa asema also person can and then you will show you so. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, boss man. Now, why am I say?
This could go Prophet Aduali.
Okay, could you tell?
You know what? Tradition remains tradition. I'm a man. I'm a twin. Some say to ask how about Treswa and just a woton. You are just paying penny to show appreciating that the father and the mother have taken care of the lady for you. You are the chosen one who is marrying the lady. So you don't mean that you are buying a lady or you are buying the girl from the parents. But traditions still remain tradition. You just have to respect traditions. You know why? Because a mama there is still a mama. Because di near be a chama to say Western word no. Ama it's true a mama to me. You two near be to me. If you near be. Just that you are showing appreciation, you are showing that you can cater for the lady you are going for. You are able to look after a lady, the children you are going to give birth to. And you are showing that you are a responsible person. That's why they are taking the prize from you. You just have to respect everything tradition. Thank you.
Thank you very much. 03-220-83596, 83597, 83598. I'm also so to me about Homada Sonat, many wedding come on. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening once again.
Come again.
Good evening once again.
Good evening, boss. Now, why here?
Sam.
All right, Sam, you
Not just a Okom up and after 1 year. One thousand audio. The value is not the same.
Okay.
It's a new value. Okay, Mola, you can tomatoes for and I'll come market so you can tomatoes for. You come more not yet the type price, price I had in Abo. So,
What you see is what you get.
Yes. But Uber Junga to Zimbabwe. And I over to market then Zimbabwe.
And you're betting my bargaining.
So it depends on where you go. That's all.
All right, may that's it. 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597, and also 03-220-83598. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you doing?
I'm blessed and you too.
Most you're fine. What's your name, please?
This is Nana Ma.
Oh,
I'm
Nana.
From Kwadaso.
Nana, let's hear you, Nana.
Bright price. I sincerely feel that the burden part that has been brought in is because people really just want to escape it. As you said, it is a tradition. And I love what the caller that just ended before I came said. There are places you go.
You bargain.
If you think that this is the worth of the woman, kindly offer that to them. You are saying it is a sign of respect, but the respect should be lowered to a very low level that it will baffle people's minds.
So do you think the bride price is qualifying the worth of a woman?
If you are saying it is a sign of respect, why are you saying it doesn't qualify? It is not the entirety as the other gentleman said, but it is something worth, close to the worth of that person. It cannot pay off the woman, but it should be something you value. We go to town, we buy valuable things. When we don't complain, we flex with them. But when it comes to these things, we want to say they are a burden. No. You want to mean Kora Sebi or Hinim Fie, now on Kasawu Kochia, a Bobia Keke. And I want to mean some Kobi Fie, Mr. Wa. You catch a bear man and say, on Fanenko. I tell you, say they couldn't go. They couldn't go. They had to come back and had to offer something. And sometimes you go to families where they even give you as less, just a shot, to the extent of what's not else. Sika mude mai me bomb se we bi ba ko bi pa 50 Ghana and today 50 Ghana. Not long ago, and share you that time kana 50 Ghana nye 50 Ghana. And omutina say dwene ho ahu say aden but na me nana say they just want the woman to be with a partner, and then omu nka so omu de price gidi to so. As a fancy, we don't even take high. For fancies, we don't take high. We can take as low as any amount that would even baffle you. But people will still complain. So that is why we said it is relative. More in toast na betini atwa. Patrono akocho. So feel say obetini akobode. Na nkofo de omo achichu entesio ne in fifria. Na wakoho nso na akocho de apeche na what odi akofia akoye host you.
Thank you very much. And I was 03-220-83596, 83597, 83598. Please pick your phones now. Give me a call. Do about two more, and then we will go 03-220-83596, 03-220-83597. Hello? Okay. All right, so this one says, "Hello, good evening. I'm Peters from Oshim. Please, I wanna ask so after all this, the car and the rest, then less than a year, you stop the marriage. Can you go for your price?" This is also what he's also trying to ask us. Is that call on the line 03-220-83596? All right, I guess we will finalize it here. Please, let's get our last words and then we could go. Bona, your last words before we go.
All right, so Mr. Nats, as we were talking about.
All right, there's a call on the line. Hold on for me. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Evening.
How are you doing?
Oh, me hoye na manso.
So me hoye pa na hwana ne kasa nyumre.
Oh, mone mommy me kasa so for the crew.
Our mommy entie we.
Nini enkremoni on. na bride price na momo kan ye friend
Sedike.
aha eno no like ene di adanse edi adanse between oba ne bema that bride price the ntiana sometimes na yana family bi wo a omo pese omo beje kese ni say oba on power really bioma with no tangible reason diana utua sika ne back ema bema o say na as lady now o kasa wi ansa na me so me kasa family bia won nhihye me say me come me bride price and me kunitia sister Ghana.
Wow.
20 that was in the 2015. Sister Ghana, but because I was say the sister Ghana na ya mama. Oh, but it depended. Unti ko fie bia mu keke. Say like say what the bride price the wo pe echo by at least o say na medical can say family bia ne nhihye. Me say because me ni could die here with no tangible reason.
It's my tia sister there. Some me akwa betima betua ma o.
Sa pepepe. So what I say, and it depended. Na sister Ghana no me between my buyer ma wo ne to brom kama as I say me pone ho kan. Hey, Minjindi. Minjindo, but ayana inshirane na yana yetu. Awari mu nhyira no na ya na se me mebusu mu sei ye ntwabo una wo so ohu ofe ewiase nyina
una woto una wonofo
ten ye ntwabo awari ni mu nhyira no na ya na nya
metuba wa pacho metuba wa. Thank you very much. Okay, let's look at our last words when you were speaking.
Mr. Nats, you know, there is no price tag on this thing. It depends on what you are going in for. We illustrated a lot here. If you are going in for a gold ring or you are going for a diamond ring, the decision is yours to make. Yes. But I want us to clear this notion that when a man takes you to the house, Obeka will say, Matiska kwa wareo. As if the person owns you like a commodity that he got from the market. Are you getting it? Skadia wate, but one found Tommy. You didn't use it to buy me. That's the case. It's just a token. It's just a gift. Are you getting it? So when we clear this notion, when men stop the notion and the perception that Matisika ato, Matisika, I married you, I paid these things. That is when ladies also get this kind of anger and say, I am not a commodity. That is it.
All right. Thank you very much. Lami, last words.
Yeah. So I would advise people to go for what they can afford. Yeah, bride price card to China. And we have some people who don't even have 2,000 Ghana cedis in their bank account, but will do anything to get that 2,000 Ghana cedis to buy an iPhone to use. So you should know that this is the woman you are going to marry. You know her value, and if you think you can't pay for that,
don't go.
Maybe you just leave or something, because you can love a woman, you can love a man, and just a genotype can separate the two of you. Do you get it? So if the price tag you can't pay, please, if you ask for negotiation or deduction and it's not done, please. Okay.
Thank you very much. Amos, last words.
Okay. Yeah, my person me can edit chat to we know there are some parents or mothers are in a business. Yes, we know almost so. Yeah, person can say and yet say a best because nipa me no mkotena no nipa bebre ho no mo be even though
then so you are there bamska
o say
there ware so say bamska
ya ware a
pa say me ne oba ne ware aso na ebe ma ska mo adi afili
eno so ho nti me pese me di wie ne say nipa bebre ho no ma sa nipa me no mkotena no mo be say nipa koyi mo a wo awofo no omo nyimu mfrim nti say ba say yɛbɛware a yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ nneɛma bi because saa nkɔla mmienu nyinaa no ɛyɛ awofoɔ no mmienu nyinaa ma yɛbɛtumi ahwɛ nneɛma. Let's forget about the car. The car deɛ yɛsɛ kɔ akyɛ adeɛ fɛ yɛde sika
come on nti
car deɛ wontumi nka sɛ wokɔ no wabɔ ka obi ka sɛ 50 cities wobɛwɛ chama wɔ strage no onya
ne car no yɛ system slow
ɛyɛ system okay nti nti neɛ yɛsrɛ awofoɔ no sɛ ɛba sɛ awareɛ berɛ so a ɔmo nso ɔmo ngye ne ofiri abɔnten ba ne ntum sɛ ɔmo ba na ɔmo nso ɔmo nhwɛ sɛ ne ɔmo bɛyɛ ama ade no ayɛ successful a anigye bɛyɛ de ɛbɛbɛ.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Tabernacle.
All right, me and Penifo Obi Akasa Bebre. So simple conversations that I want to say is that bride price is not for you for sale, as in nation of the lady. But then this goes to all my women. Don't let us see bride price from the lenses of feminism, because if we do that, it will create chaos. Let's wear the lenses of standards and then let's attack it, because feminism is killing a lot of ladies. Thank you. I stand out in peace.
All right, thank you very much for joining us on the show. I wanted to say something, but I think but I feel like, I think now I'm going to go with the idea that just know where you're going and then just do as they say. That's tradition. If you really can, you do it. If you have to negotiate, you can negotiate, because if they really want you to also marry their daughter, they would also do something about it for you. Thank you guys very much for joining me on the show. My name is Nathaniel. I was here with Lami, Bona, Mr. Tabernacle, and of course, Mr. Amos as well. And Rooney was on the music, and of course, Joel also on production for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, poker little by little, we're going to get there. One brick at a time. Please don't push it. Don't rush it. It's definitely going to be possible. Bye-bye.